it doesn't make any sense to try to understand a brain chemical addict. No, you don't want to try to understand them at all. They'll just drive you crazy. Well, why is that person doing that? Because they're addicted to stupid. Oh, bad brain chemical. There you go. He's professional wrestling. What are they doing? Playing football for money. Oh my gosh, why are they doing that? Wouldn't it be better if we forgive debt and trespass first, and then when we play football, we won't do anything excessive or crazy to win? No, yeah, that's why I hated sports. That's why I quit. I told my son that. He laughed. It's like, no, Patrick, I quit playing sports because they suck, not because I suck. Right? He laughed. He understood. He had the same issues when he was in school. Like, no, I quit playing sports because you suck, not me. I was the best. Okay. Richard Sherman would be like, damn, he's better than me. Of course I'm better than you. Okay. Tyreek Hill, better. Yeah. Yep. The McCaffrey kid. Oh, I focused on playing football, went to about $195. Like, God, that was the best running back I ever saw in my life. Yeah, I thought that about Gil Sayers when I was a kid. Yeah. That was the best running back I've ever seen in my life. That man is like, he was like a gazelle. He was a beautiful thing to watch. It was like watching Gregory Hines or Baryshnikov, right? It's like, wow, And then and then you don't think of yourself as a kid. Gus Williams was that way with me as a kid, and then Rod Foster, watch, oh, they're the most beautiful things. And then I was out there shooting hoops the other day, and I remembered, when I was 15 years old and I was playing at the YMCA in Casper, okay? We won by 120-20, right, and all that. And I played, Danny went and shooting guard thing, and they gave me the ball in the outlet, and they put me at point guard. And God dang, I never thought about it. It was just my sweet spot. And I didn't, because you know how they base it off of you score. Well, I'd get the ball, turn, and then, Magic Johnson's 6 feet tall. I'm 6'9", I'm 6 foot tall. But I was faster than Magic Johnson. I could jump higher than Magic Johnson. Okay. When he made that hook shot in the Boston Garden, I used to have a cut across the lane, Larry Nance type shot, where I learned how to do a lot of things to protect myself while jumping. While a man named Jeffrey Jordan, he would kick his legs out, and I would take my elbow and I would go like this. I'd cup the ball and swing it back and forth because they would try to hurt you. So when you came through the lane like a flying ninja, when you had to play street ball, they got the fuck out of your way and you finished at the rim. Well, they just tried to beat the shit out of you. So you just made it your style. Like Bill Russell said about rebounding. He kicked his leg up, and, so that's what I would do. And then everybody, well, he said, how are you going to play dirty? They play dirty. They suck. I quit because they suck, not because I suck, right? It was beautiful to watch. And people will say that too. I'd jump in the air like Bruce Lee at the end of, was it Big Boss, rather? With the basketball. And I'd be slinging the ball back and forth like this, and I'd either pass it or finish it at the rim. People would watch it and just like, it's like watching Bruce Lee and Michael Jackson. That's what, he looks like a cross between Bruce Lee and Michael Jackson and James Brown mostly. But when he attacks the basket, a little bit of Baryshnikov and some, don't forget Gregory Hines, one of my favorite dancers. And so when I played like with Magic Johnson, stuff, I would do things like, when I'd cross half court and there was someone on my left side, okay, I'd be running full speed and dribble the ball between my legs, go left, right, left, and then once I took the left back to the right, they would come and they would try to attack you. Oh, he thinks he's bad, right? So they'd look at you and you start doing this, running at full speed like a gazelle, bouncing the ball between your legs because there was a guy on my left and I'm right-handed. Okay. And once I put it through the first time, they stop and they start coming to guard you. And then once it came back the second time, then that pass was going to the guy on the left. Wham! So he was wide open by then. Because the one thing that you can count on when you play basketball with other guys is when they start comparing yourselves to you and they want to stop you. They got ego problems. Me? I was guarding, okay, whoever you're supposed to guard. If my teammates needed help, that's when I went to go guard. Was when someone needs help. Not when, that motherfucker thinking bad, I'm going to show him. Okay. It's like, what's he doing? He's acting like they do that shit. Like they act like you ever, when they do the no look pass, when they sit there and they see where they're going to pass and they look the other way. It's like, that's not a no look pass. That's put on a show pass. Okay. No look pass is having your peripherals ready, running through across a lane and knowing that when you do that, it attracted defenders and your teammate is open over there and you know where to throw it because you know where he's at. That's a no look pass. Okay. When you look the other way pass to put on a show, that's not a no-look pass. But lots of guys do that. You watch them on TV going, that's not a no-look pass, no. You're just sitting there going like this and throwing the ball the other way to put on a show. It has no intrinsic value. It's just, why'd you do that? Okay. Now, when you're going through the lane and making it look like you're attacking this part and that part, and there's a guy over there who's wide open because you just attracted all the defenders and everybody's thinking, okay, he's going that way. Then you throw it over there. That's a no-look pass. Do you understand? I'm a basketball coach. Okay. Do you understand? Sometimes when I get out there, I have conversations with the girls and guys team here at New Mexico State. And, talking about basketball. What about this? What about that? And it's just, dang. You have to check your ego at the door. It's a team sport. Okay. You don't abuse one another to get done what needs to be done. You encourage one another to do it right. Truth with couth, put up a peace sign and please fine. Feeling good. We could, we should, we would. Stop. Think for a moment, okay? And now sway while we convey that you must do away with all the stress and the strife and reflect the blessing of life and use kindness and never blindness. And you will find that this perspective is best. Check it out. These are the words that we manifest. We manifest. You can manifest. You can I manifest. If you're the only one standing up for a Lord's Prayer and everybody else is running around defecating in the underwear, dang, how calculum of me, right? So, do you understand? All right, so, guys, life's eternal and grace is infinite. Carry the spirit of the faithful with you everywhere you go, okay? Use love to guide you, and the only way to have discipline and strength is love. Okay. There's no discipline in excessive compulsive abuse. That salon punch thing and stuff. So, I've never looked that, I've never been that excessive and compulsive about being in shape in my life. If I had to put in the work, I'd just put in the work like a couple of hours a day and then I would rest. Buddhism. When you're thirsty, drink. When you're hungry, eat. When you're tired, rest. Because I'm a rational and sane person. I'm not here to beat you for anything. I'm here to share the world with you and obey natural laws and love and be loved in return. You can't be more faithful than the next person to love. You can just love faithfully. Do you understand? Okay. I'm just helping people that call themselves presidents, professors, admirals, generals, you name it. Whatever there's a wackadoodle saying, I'm in charge. Of what? What are you in charge of? Definitely not my ego. I know. Okay. Hey, look, is that Pope Francis? Oh, look, is that the border czar? Oh, look, is that the king of Saudi Arabia? Oh, is that Charles? Let me help William check his ego. Okay, I can do this. Why? Because I'm a dad. Okay, I'm a dad. Did you guys ever think that the spirit of Samson was the spirit of Solomon? Because Solomon was larger than the spirit of David. It didn't have anything to do with girth and size. It was just he was taller and he was very wise and he was very strong. Well, he does have a connection with the women of the rival tribes that try to fight and fuck us off the face of the planet. So it makes a lot of sense. That's why I don't have as many conversations with Samson, because my son probably does, but I don't. Just like with Malachi and Melchizedek, I don't have as many conversations, but I'm sure my nephew does. So we all share the same faith, but not similar molecular structures for the eternal spirit, right? Because there's like quite a few people in every family, you know what I'm saying? Do. So I never thought about that. I was thinking about that today. Oh, wow, yeah. But I would, of course, I've talked with Solomon, I've talked with them, but my consistent conversations are more like with Adam, Moses, David, Jesus, John kind of thing going on. especially Jesus and David, right? Not David as much as Jesus. Well, David has things to do, and Jesus has been turned into God by the wackadoodles that call themselves the Roman Empire that have Europa right now saying, hey, put up a satellite. We need more money. Everybody talk to Jesus. He gets us. He needs more money too. Are you sure about that? No. Jesus is not your alter ego. God's omniscient, omnipotent. Have faith. All right? And love. Okay, guys? Let's load this one up. Let's hope they can get it loaded up faster. We'll see if they're capable, handy capable, like old George Carlin talked about. Let's get handy capable. Let's keep going. Keep going till Lord's Prayer. Lord's Prayer. Lord's Prayer. Focus. Focus, focus, humble. Focus, humble, humility, faithful love. Lord's Prayer. Focus, humble, humility, faithful love. Focus, 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 focus. Focus.